Hello, hello. Hi, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Natalie Hughes. I'm a life mindset and manifestation coach in my business and on my platform. I help professional women to co-create emotionally fulfilled and purpose-driven lives for themselves. In today's video, we are doing some tarot readings. We're getting some insight into what's manifesting for you in love, in romance, what is coming next. There are three piles on the screen. And before we dive into today's video, I have something really exciting to share with you. If you didn't watch the first video, if you didn't watch my most recent video, then you have no idea, but this week I'm doing a couple different collaborations with Peter. I'm sorry. I didn't like the way that came out. I'm not doing different collaborations with different people. In today's video, I am collaborating with Peter Sage. Peter Sage is a globally recognized thought leader. He's a best-selling author and a 6-time TEDx speaker who's built a multi-million-dollar personal development empire. With over 25 years in the personal transformation and business space, Peter has helped thousands of people unlock their inner potential and shift their realities from the inside out. This June, this week, he's hosting a free online workshop that I know you're going to love. It's called The Abundance Shift: Becoming the Ruler of Your Reality. And you can join live on June 4th, June 6th, or June 8th, where Peter is going to teach you his 15-minute daily process for recalibrating your energy on a cellular level so you can consistently manifest the life of your dreams. When you register for this free workshop using my special link in the show notes, you'll also receive an exclusive bonus bundle that I created just for the bookies in my community. It's called the Energetic Reset Bundle, and inside of it, you'll get an intention setting workbook to expedite your results from the workshop and your manifestations in general. You'll also get an exclusive pick a card reading to help you identify and release your current manifestation blocks, and you're getting a quick 7-minute long guided meditation to help you release fears and deepen your connection with your spirit team of angels and guides, helping you step further into the receiving mode so that you can align with and receive your desires. This is going to be so good. Go ahead and reserve your seat for free using the link below. And now let's get into today's video. All right, my lovely pile number ones, how are you doing? You know, you got to give your girl a couple seconds to get that timestamp for you guys. How are you? I hope that you're doing well. Today's reading, we're looking into what's manifesting next for you in love. I'm incredibly excited about this one. So let's get started. We're going to do some astrology die, and today's extended reading is free, and it's also part of a bundle, but I'll tell you more about that at the end of the reading. So let's get started. We're going to roll our astrology die, tapping into pile number one's energy. What is manifesting for them in love? What is next in romance for our beautiful pile number ones? Girl, hold on. Let TT get her energy together, because I didn't even click the little ambient video in the background. Give me a second. I'm on my period right now, so we just have to be patient with her, Anyway, we have 10th house, Virgo, and bitch. Hold on, I'm looking at what planet is this? Girl, this is Neptune. We have Neptune in Virgo in the 10th house. This is so good. So, what's manifesting for you in romance, my pile number one, is first of all, Neptunian energy is the energy of our dreams. It's the energy of our desires. It's also the energy of our psychic senses, our extrasensory abilities and gifts. So I feel that what's manifesting for you is a very psychic connection. You are manifesting a relationship with a man who you feel a deep bond with on a soul level. So of course, obviously, this is going to be a soulmate relationship. But when we have Neptune here, Neptune, they're singing that song by Hannah Montana. If we were a movie, you'd be the right guy and I'd be the best friend that you'd fall in love with. In the end, we'd be laughing, watching the sunset fade to black, show the names, play that happy song. Is that the lyrics? I haven't listened to that in a very long time. So I'm actually not feeling that this is like specifically Neptune and Virgo in the 10th house energy, but each of these energies individually. So that's how we'll get started breaking down and channeling this message. So with that Neptunian energy, this is some cinematic shit that is about to manifest for you. People like to talk badly about Neptunian energy, Piscean energy, delusional, detached from reality, rose-colored glasses, blah, 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 blah. You call it rose-colored glasses. I call it fun. You know what I'm saying? You definitely will resonate with this. For those of you who are my Neptunian babes, you got that Neptunian influence. Maybe you're a Pisces, sun, moon, rising. It doesn't have to be. But you're just a dreamer, okay? You're a girly with a fucking imagination. Maybe you're like me and you like a good rom-com. You know what I'm saying? Like, get into it. With the energy of Neptune, we have the kind of person or the kind of experience where you watch the movie, the romance movie, and you see the guy standing outside the house in the rain with the boombox. I'm not referring to the very popular movie. I'm referring to the episode of That's So Raven. Y'all remember that episode? Long story short, I'm gonna spoil it for you. There's a character, his name is Devon. Devon is like the main interest to Raven, who's the main character of That's So Raven, right? And so Raven and Devon are like in a relationship, or they're like starting to date or something. And there's like a concert. And for some reason, Raven can't go. I think she like dyed her skin blue. I don't even fucking remember, girl. But she can't go. And I feel like she's like really upset about it, or she's like, like there's like a riff in the relationship or something like that, right? There's drama. And so Devon shows up at Raven's house outside of her door, outside of her window. And he has the boombox and he's like playing it for her. She's like, oh my God, Devon. And it's that kind of energy. Because we have to talk about this, right? Because when we watch those romantic movies, or we watch those romantic comedies, sometimes there's a lot of fucked up drama that's happening. The guy takes her for granted. The guy doesn't show up for her. The guy, loves her and leaves her. It's a one night stand. She gets pregnant. Then they have a baby. Then they fall in love. It's fucking drama and it's pain. And then we can feel directly or indirectly taught that this is what's healthy, or this is what's romantic, or this is what's the ideal love relationship. But that's not your message, pal, number one. Your message is not the boombox movie that I've never even fucking seen. Your message is the boombox scene from That's So Raven. And the That's So Raven relationship between Raven and Devon is very adorable, and it's very wholesome, and it's even pure. Devon loved Raven, and he showed up for her. That episode being a really great example. And even the picture that you chose, it's a proposal, and they're on top of a rooftop. He's got this like flowery wreath going on, and then he has this light sign of "Will you marry me?" It's very romantic, and there's a lot of thought that's been put into this. And obviously this guy has hired a cameraman to record this special moment in their relationship. So what I'm getting is that you're manifesting a Neptunian relationship where both of you are dreamy. Both of you are romantic. Both of you want a love that has come from the big screen. Or let me say that in a different way, because I'm not getting specifically that it's, oh, I saw a movie and this is what I want, although that could be an inspiration. Neptunian energy, this storytelling energy, can be a movie that you saw, but it could also be a song that you love, right? Like I mentioned at the beginning, that Hannah Montana song. It's that romantic song that you've been hearing or listening to for all of your life. And it makes you feel good inside. And it makes your heart swell. And you're like, whoever you're sending me, God, they need to feel like this. For me, one of those songs is like the song Always and Forever. Like that's on my wedding playlist. I don't have an actual wedding playlist yet, but in my mind, mentally, it's on my wedding playlist. You know what I'm saying? So you and this person both have an ideal relationship model. You heard a story, right? It could have been your grandparents' love story. They heard a story. It could have been their grandparents' love story. What did I just share? Bitch. I love it when my brain does this. I just shared on my Instagram today. So if you go click the link in the description, you go to my Instagram, you'll see it. I just shared this like Instagram reel about Walt Disney and his wife. Ooh, this is the perfect example, bitch. This is real Neptunian yearning, okay? Neptunian energy is like Venusian energy on 10. That's why Venus loves to be in Pisces. Venus is like, yeah, I can get into the imaginatory shit. You know what I'm saying? The creative shits, Anyway, so it was this reel, and it was a bracelet of many Oscars, miniature Oscar awards. And Walt Disney learned that he could purchase miniature Oscars, like teeny Oscars. And so he purchased them and made a bracelet for his wife of every Oscar that he had won. And so it was like a little video of the bracelet that was on display. And then it was a picture of Walt Disney and his wife. And the picture, I think, was taken on like their 30th wedding anniversary right before Disneyland opened. Like, that's some Neptunian shit. That's some dreamy, creative, romantic shit. So Neptunian energy would be, you hear a story like that and you say, God, I need some shit just like this. I need this kind of love to find me expeditiously. And God is saying, okay, absolutely. This is two lovers, lover girl, lover boy, that are finding each other. And that are, I want to say, like, nerding out together romantically. This is two people who are almost in a competition for who can love the other person better. You know what I'm saying? But it's genuine. It's authentic. It's not just about, oh, I'm going to win. It's just who you are. I was always going to be romantic with you. I was always going to do things like this with you. I was always going to take you to places like this. I was always going to get you gifts like this because that's just how I am, you know? So you're manifesting a Neptunian love where both of you have ideas from movies, from books, from your family history, from shit that you heard through the grapevine, from shit that you journaled about, shit that you scripted about. It doesn't even matter. But you have a dream. You have a vision for what you want love to feel like. And Neptunian energy, a lot of people don't know how to do Neptunian energy properly. Okay? Because a lot of the girls don't have the tools, right? Neptunian energy, you want to master Neptunian energy, you have to be a manifestor. That means you have to be the leader of your mind. Because Neptunian energy, Piscean energy, is about taking fantasies and taking dreams and manifesting them into the physical reality. And then we got the sign of Virgo. Girl, we're not even done with the reading. This is so good. Virgo and Pisces are opposites. And so they really need each other. To be a Pisces who thrives, you got to have some Virgo energy and Virgo traits. You don't have to have those placements. But those characteristics, you gotta master them so that you can fully thrive and bring those ideas to life. And on the opposite end, if you have Virgo energy, you have got to have that Piscean, Neptunian influence. You've got to master that energy because Virgo's a workhorse. Virgo will show up and Virgo will get it done and Virgo will do everything that needs to be done. But Virgo will get burnt out and resentful and unhappy and dissatisfied if Virgo doesn't actually have a dream that's lighting them up. So Virgo can wander around aimlessly, or Virgo can check off a whole bunch of fucking boxes, reach a whole bunch of goals that don't even belong to Virgo, because they're just working for other people's approval. That Pisces energy is, what is your dream? What is your desire? So going back to it, that Neptunian energy is manifestation energy because you're taking thought to a place that it's never gone before. In other words, maybe your parents didn't have the kind of romance that you want in your life. This is never done before. This is something that you imagined first, something that you dreamed of first. You could be dreaming of this person before you meet them. You could be receiving divine guidance and inspiration about this person right now. That's probably why you clicked this fucking video. You're like, I'm thinking about a person who I've never met and I want more information. And you know what I'm saying? So, okay, we've got Neptunian energy, which is taking thought in a place that has never gone before. It's a dream. Whatever your dream relationship is, this person's going to manifest it, and they're also going to match it. You two have similar dreams. You might have been watching Twilight, saying this is what I want, and they might have been watching Twilight for dudes. I don't know, bitch. I don't know what the hell he could have been watching, okay? He could have had a favorite football player, and he heard the love story of his favorite football player and how his favorite football player found his wife. I don't know, girl. I don't know what boys watch. I'm doing the best that I can with what I have. The point is, you both have dreams and they match. So that's Neptunian energy. Then we have Virgo energy. With this Virgo energy, this is the good shit. So Neptune is beautiful and amazing and wonderful, but it's a gaseous planet. And so, unfortunately, when you don't know how to work that energy, when you don't know how to take dreams and fantasies and turn them into a reality, they can just continue to live in your imagination. And then you're just escaping reality into your imagination and not being the creator of your reality. So this Virgo energy, Virgo earth, grounded. Virgo energy is going to show up. Virgo energy is going to put in that work. Virgo energy is going to make it happen every single day meticulously. Because what is Virgo? Virgo is habit. Virgo is our routines. Virgo represents the steps that we take every single day diligently to manifest our dreams. So, and I hate that I talked for so long because we have to end this soon, but not yet. We're going to talk about both of these energies and then we'll end it. So with this Virgo energy, this is a man who has a dream and he takes action to make it possible. So one of the things that I was getting from just looking at your picture is this is a man who wants marriage. This is a man who wants a wife. This is a man who wants to be with you. So this is the guy who's going to ask you out on dates. This is the guy who's going to make plans. This is not the guy that you're going to question where you guys stand. Is he going to show up? This is not the guy who says, I can't do it. You have Virgo energy here, and then you also have 10th house energy, which is our house of career and reputation, our public persona. We're going to associate it with Capricorn energy for all intents and purposes. So you have Virgo energy and Capricorn energy, which is really grounding this Neptunian energy, right? You guys could have Neptune in Capricorn. You might have Neptune in Virgo. You might, you? I don't know. I don't want to do the math and I don't care. The point is, you've got the dream and you've got the fantasy. But Virgo and the 10th house, that makes it real. That makes it achievable. Okay? So this is a guy who, when a Capricorn loves you, they're going to make it work. They're going to make time. Make time to see you. They're going to fit you in their schedule. They will even slightly inconvenience themselves in order to make it work with you. So this is a man who's very career oriented because we got that Virgo, we got that Capricorn energy. This is a man who's very career oriented. This is a man who, he has his schedule, he has his routine, and he really has shit to do. So this is getting kind of a businessman. I want to say a business brother, you know? He could be. He could be a brother. Anyway. This is a guy who's very serious about his work. He's going to make time for you. He's going to make time to see you. He's going to put things to the side. He will sacrifice certain things in order to make this connection and this relationship work. This is a man who is committed to you before he's met you. And it's not even about you. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. One of my favorite movies of all time, The Black Cinderella with Brandy. Whitney Houston produced. Whitney Houston is also the fairy godmother. It's a musical. I'm going to have to watch it when I get done with working today. In that, there's a song. Bitch, I'm really about to start crying. Please. We don't have time. We don't have time. We don't have time. We don't have time to cry. We don't have time. Give me a second. I need to take some time so that I don't burst into tears. So in the movie, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to spoil it. But like, go watch it for the experience. It's amazing. So in the movie, when the prince and Brandy meet, they have a song together. And they're saying, do I... Okay, it sounds a little bit... You have to watch it and you have to feel it, okay? But basically, long story short, they're saying, do I love you because you're beautiful? Or are you beautiful because I love you? They see each other and they have this like love at first sight moment. And they're singing this song and they're like, what does this mean? And they're like, I think you're my person. And I think that you're beautiful, but like, you've put the rose-colored glasses on me. I love your soul. And so I love your body, okay? So there's something like that, but that's not really what I wanted to say. What I wanted to say was that this is a man who's already committed to love. This is a man who already knows that he wants a wife. This is a man that already knows. He already knows what he desires. And so, no offense, this is very Virgo. This is very Capricorn. Okay, he has a list and he's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or not. I'm just kidding. Girl, we have to end this reading soon. Stop playing around. Y'all better focus. Okay. Divas, we must stay focused. So anyway, it is very Virgo. It is very Capricorn. This man has a list, and he could actually have a list or just, this idea in his mind, which we've talked about for like 20 fucking minutes. He knows what he wants in a woman. He knows what he wants in a love story. He knows the characteristics that he's looking for in a partner. Capricorn cares a lot about integrity, the principle of the things, right? So he knows exactly what he's looking for in a woman. Maybe he's dating, maybe women are approaching him, maybe he's going out on dates or, meeting women as he's out and about in the world. He's like, nope, not it. Nope, not it. Nope, not it. Nope, not my person. Nope, not my person. Nope, not my person. So he is actively right now looking for his person. He's actively right now looking for his wife. And when he finds you, he's like, ooh, she's checking this box and she's checking this box and she's checking this box and she's checking this box. Because even though it's a Neptunian dreamy energy, we have Virgo and we have Capricorn. These are very practical signs. So this is not a man who is just swept off his feet because a beautiful woman came into his life and he could see beautiful things happening with her. It's kind of like there's a beautiful fairy tale land inside of his heart, but first you have to get through the gates and nobody is getting through those gates. It's that kind of energy. So he's going to meet you and you're going to check off all of these boxes. And then he's like, oh, lady, like it's already done. It's already settled. And so because he's already committed to you, he's already committed to the woman who checks off all of his boxes. He's already committed to love. It's like he's prepared. He doesn't have to get ready for, oh my God, this amazing woman came into my life and what do? I have all this in my career and I have to juggle this. No, he doesn't have to get ready because he's already ready. And it's just a matter of when does the woman show up? So you show up into his life, you show up into his world, and it's on and popping, basically. And he's going to give you this fairy tale princess treatment. You might want to go watch my old pick a card reading on the princess treatment that's coming to you. He's going to be giving you this loving princess treatment. And it's going to be easeful and it's going to be simple. And he's going to handle it. It's not that he doesn't have responsibilities, because he does. Somebody with Virgo and Capricorn energy, it doesn't have to be his chart, but these are the energies that are coming through strongly. Somebody with Virgo and Capricorn energy, this man's work is important to him. This man does a lot for work. He has a lot of responsibilities. He could be a boss. He is somebody that they rely on. Like, he's an asset in his company, in his business. He's not somebody who, if he just, wakes up in the morning, doesn't feel like going to work, they're not going to miss him. It's not that kind of party. He has an important job. He is an important person in his career. And he's going to make time for you. And it's going to be a no-brainer. And you are going to be loved and courted and shown up for and committed to. In like this like, he's not going to hold back from you in the way that he loves you, in the way that he shows up for you, in the way that he takes care of you. It's incredibly beautiful. So this is a man who's incredibly loyal, because, be honest, when you have Virgo and Capricorn energy, you have incredibly high standards. It's not really like there's a billion women on planet Earth who can check off all of those boxes. So he's really going to be worshiping the ground that you walk on. You are the fairy tale and the dream woman manifested for him. You know what I'm saying? So he's got this incredibly loyal energy. This incredibly, I want to say protective energy, but I want to say this incredible desire to serve your happiness, to serve your goals, to help you, to move things forward for you in your life. So you got a keeper that's coming to you in romance. Girl, that was a 30-minute long reading. It was not supposed to be that damn long. Anyway, if this resonated with you, you already know I need some yellow emojis, okay? This was a 30-minute reading. I need some yellow emojis in the fucking comment section if you're claiming this shit, okay? And if you want the extended exclusive reading for this, it is free, and it's on overcoming your manifesting blocks. And inside of the video, I cried. I really, really cried, okay, multiple times throughout the video. We're looking at, number one, identifying what's blocking this manifestation, and number two, how to overcome it. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's absolutely free. If you want to access this, all you have to do is sign up for Peter Sage's free workshop that's taking place on June 4th, June 6th, and June 8th. When you do that, you are going to get the Energetic Reset Bundle, which inside is going to have an intention setting workbook, this exclusive pick a card reading, and a quick 7-minute long meditation. It's an incredible bundle. It's exclusively available for this Peter Sage workshop. So I suggest that you sign up now to get access to all of this shit. Because of course, when the free workshop goes away, so do these free goodies. You can click the link in the description box down below to sign up, and then you can email me your confirmation, or you can wait for me to email you, because I am going to be sending everybody who signs up the bundle. But if you want it sooner rather than later, just go ahead and send me an email with a screenshot of your confirmation, and then you'll get it to me. I'll get it to you within like a day. And if you want to learn more about Peter Sage, you can go back and watch the intro to the video, or you you can, what can you do? I'm forgetting my words. Oh yeah, I'll have one of my favorite TED Talks from him in the description box. I love you. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you in the extended reading. All right, pile number 2. That pile number 1 was so freaking good. I'm so excited to be getting into this. These readings are coming through so perfectly. Girl, I meditated before this, so I'm feeling pretty damn good. How are you? Let me know in the comments. So we're looking at what's manifesting in love for you. Now, in today's video, there is an exclusive extended reading, and it's free. So if you want to learn more about it, stay until the end of the reading. Okay. With that being said, let's roll the astrology die. Pile number 1 was so good, you guys. Okay. Releasing that energy from pile number 1 and tapping into pile number 2's energy. What is manifesting for my Buki in pile number, oh girl, I dropped it. In pile number 2. Okay. We have Pluto. Hello. Girl, now we have the 8th house. Okay. We have Pluto, we have the 8th house, and we have Gemini. Okay. First of all, it's Gemini season. Happy birthday to all of the Geminis out there. We have Gemini, the 8th house, which is associated with Scorpio. And then we have Pluto, which as a planet rules over the sign of Scorpio. So, oh my God. For those of you watching or your person, you guys could have Pluto in the 8th house. You guys could have Gemini on the cusp of your 8th house. You could also have Pluto in your 3rd house. You could also have Gemini on the cusp of your 3rd, or you could have Scorpio on the cusp of your 3rd house. You don't have to know astrology. That doesn't have to resonate with you, but I know a lot of you are into astrology, so if that's extra confirmation, fabulous. If a man comes into your life and he has Pluto in the 3rd house, fabulous. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's get into this. Oh, girl. I'm hearing a song by Beyonce, and it's the song Bodyguard. And that's immediately what you're getting, because we've got 2 plutonic energies. So we have to talk about Scorpio for the entirety of your pile. I'm just kidding. We don't, but we're going to talk about it a lot, because Scorpionic energy, in terms of characteristics, is incredibly possessive and obsessive, but also protective. So what's manifesting in love immediately? You're manifesting a man who does not fucking play about you. You're manifesting a man who is incredibly protective and really strong provider vibes, okay? He's gonna protect you not just with his physical presence, which is probably very strong, because Pluto is power, personal power. So people who have a lot of plutonic energy or Scorpio energy are very strong. Sometimes it's like psychically strong, but in this instance, I'm getting physically strong. So not only is this man going to protect you with his physical body and his physical strength, he's going to provide for you with his physical body and his physical strength, but he's also going to provide and protect with his money and resources. Because we have the eighth house. And the eighth house is really kind of a marriage house. The eighth house is the things that we inherit and also the things that we receive and gain through marriage, like the money that we gain, the physical things that we gain through marriage. So I feel that you're manifesting a man who's going to be deeply committed to you. You're manifesting a man who's going to marry you. Okay? Because we have eighth house energy. Okay? And I'm hearing, I don't really think it's appropriate to reference Kanye West in the year 2025, but I'm hearing the song Gold Digger by Kanye West. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke Nigga. Okay. But specifically in the song, I'm hearing, what do they say? Tell her we want prenup. We want prenup, yeah. What's the point? The point is, I'm not saying that this guy is going to want a prenup. Is probably 110% a conversation that you're going to have. And I guess in general, everybody should be having conversations, and it's just my personal opinion. I'm a Scorpio rising, that everybody should have prenups just so that things are just cleaner and clearer and more easeful. Anyway, but that's not the point. The point is, this guy is loaded. It was taking too long. This guy's loaded, okay? He has a lot of money, a lot of moolah. And so when the two of you come together and the two of you combine families, you're going to gain a significant amount of money. I'm not saying you don't have money, okay? I'm not saying you're not a go-getter. I'm not saying you're not a bad bitch. I'm not saying that. I know you are. You're in my community. Hello, we keep a job around here. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the point. The point is that he has money. What's that song? Oh my God. One of my favorite songs by Megan Thee Stallion. It's called Rich. She says, I'm a rich bitch. I got rich friends. Oh, fuck. What does he say? Damn it. She says something like, I said it's one of my favorite songs. It's a song that I discovered recently. I haven't memorized it. She says, I'm gonna make him buy it, but I can get it myself. Okay? You know, she says it in her own way, but that's the song. Go listen to it if you want to hear it. So, I don't know what your financial situation is, but I do know what his financial situation is. And he's fucking loaded. Like, a lot of money, okay? A lot of money. Because eighth house can also be things that we inherit. So for some of you, I'm not getting this as all of you, but for some of you, this could be a guy whose family has money, who comes from a long line of people who have money. This could be a man whose family has a business. He works in the family business with Scorpio energy and eighth house energy. We're having a lot of conversation about family. We're having a lot of conversation about family ties, where, you know, these are the themes. We have Pluto, we're talking about power. We'll get back to the power in a second. But look at the picture that you chose. They're walking. You don't even see him fully. And she's carrying a little Dior handbag. And I feel, and I'm hearing that song by Rihanna. And she says, and I still got my money. What's that song? Bands make your girl go down. And I still got my money. All I see is signs. All I see is dollar signs. Money on my mind, money on my mind. Throw it up, watch it fall up from the sky. Throw it up, watch it all fall out. I'm pretty sure the title of the song is Throw It Up by Rihanna. there's a lot of abundance that this person has. And you're manifesting a man who is very generous with his abundance. And now we have to get even more specific because there's an intention that's coming through here, and it's not malicious. Pluto is power. And so this man is under the impression that marrying you is going to result in even more power and wealth and success and good things for him. So this is a man who is going to be under the impression that you like have good genes. You know what I'm saying? So there's a big family energy here. I'm not saying that, he is going to look at you as like a baby maker or something like that. It's not transactional. It's not transactional. It's kind of like, this is a guy who was always going to be generous with you. He would have been generous with you if he didn't have money. He could have been generous with you, taking you out to eat at Chili's. But because he has money and because he has wealth and because this is the way that he lives, he's being really generous and taking you to Saint-Tropez. You know what I mean? He's being really generous and you're spending some time in the south of France, It's not a show-offy energy. It's really a genuine, authentic energy of this is how I live and we're together. So naturally, this is how you live and you belong with me and belong in my family. And this is how we live. This is the places that we travel. These are the kinds of events that we go to. These are the kind of bags that we buy. Think like Gilmore Girls, when Logan and Rory are dating and Logan comes to Rory's house. She's living with her grandparents and he's like, here, I got you this gift. And he gets her a Birkin bag. And she's like, okay, nice. Like, you got me this bag. Rory doesn't know the social constructs and beliefs and conversations around a Birkin bag. She doesn't even know how much a Birkin bag costs. So she's just like, oh, great. Like such a wonderful bag. I can use it for my school books or something like that. I think she's out of school at that time. It doesn't matter. She's like, I can use it to put rocks in, and Logan is like, no, it's like a thing. You'll have to talk to my sister and explain it to you. Right. And then Emily, who is Rory's grandmother, who is rich, she is wealthy, so she obviously understands what a Birkin bag is and how much it costs and the weight that it holds socially. Emily is like visiting with Rory, and Rory's like, oh yeah, Logan got me this bag. And Emily's like, oh, he got you a Birkin bag? Like, this is so significant. This bag is so expensive and it means this. Your grandfather won't even get me a Birkin bag. My granddaughter is 21 years old and she has a Birkin bag and I don't even have a Birkin bag, So this man is going to do things for you that are just a reflection of who he is and where he comes from and how he lives. But it's not like a showy energy. It's very genuine, it's very authentic. Are they things that you could show off? I mean, yes. But is that his intention? No and yes. You know what I mean? Anyway, so you're connecting with a man who's very wealthy. You're connecting with a man who has a lot of power because we have that Plutonic energy. And when I say he has a lot of power, he has a lot of money, I mean, this is a man who's very well resourced. So he has a lot of really great connections. He's going to help you with the connections that he has, the money that he has, and also the people that he knows, his relationships, so on and so forth. With the eighth house energy, I feel that the two of you will also have a really good time in bed together. Okay, let's see. What else is coming through? Let's get a couple more messages. With this Gemini energy, what you're manifesting in love. This Gemini energy brings something lighthearted to the table. Because Gemini is youthful, and Gemini is silly, and Gemini is playful, and Gemini is lighthearted. Gemini likes to tell a joke. Gemini likes to have fun, likes to have a good time. And I know that I mentioned Logan from Gilmore Girls. And Logan probably would be a little bit more in line with the Sagittarius energy. But Sagittarius opposes Gemini, so they're kind of two sides of the same coin. So if you've never seen Gilmore Girls or you want to go back and get a refresher, go watch some episodes with Logan to kind of get a good energy and feeling. Except don't internalize the things with his family, because his family was kind of stupid and stuck up and all of this stuff. I feel that the two of you are very appropriately matched. Because they keep telling me you bring more power into this man's life. I don't love the way that I'm explaining it, because I don't like the Gemini energy is doing a lot of heavy lifting here. I don't mean that this guy is just a money hungry weirdo. I don't mean that. It's just there's so much Scorpio energy. Like you have to talk about money, and you have to talk about power, and you have to talk about status, because these are very like Scorpionic themes. This is a man who has an awareness of power and doesn't just. This is a man who has an awareness of power and the purpose of power, and he desires to grow and expand power in a purposeful way. Okay? Okay, that can mean a million things. Take that however it resonates. With this Gemini energy, he's fun. And I feel that with this Gemini in the 8th house energy, our 8th house is very hidden. Our 8th house is, we don't invite people into our 8th house, because our 8th house, we don't invite just anybody. It's not that nobody can go into our 8th house. We don't invite just anybody into our 8th house. Our 4th house in astrology is like our living room. Now, if you were a stranger off the street, I wouldn't invite you into my living room because I don't know you. But if we're acquaintances or if we're friends, I'd invite you into my home and I'd allow you to sit in my living room. Welcome. The 4th house might even be my bedroom, depending on the context, right? Not in a sexual way, but just my bedroom is a more intimate space than my living room. The 8th house is my closet that has my dirty laundry, my closet that has the skeletons that are hidden in there, my closet that has all of my secrets, my closet that has all of my fears, my closet that has all of my traumas, my closet that has all of the fucked up shit that's ever happened to me or anybody else in my family, my closet that has all of the fucked up shit that I inherited from my family. Scorpionic and Plutonic energy is fabulous because money and power and all of these things can come and be achieved along with it, but you're not just inheriting the good stuff, you're also inheriting all of the fucked up, outdated shit. So, your 8th house, everybody does not need to get invited into your closet to see all of the skeletons and the things that are buried and the things that you would just rather not talk about. The 8th house is intimate. The 4th house is, I've cleaned my home and I've invited in the guests and there's a charcuterie board on the table. Welcome in to my humble abode. The 8th house is a little bit more like when you've known somebody for a really long time and your house is a fucking mess, and when you open the door to let them in, the first thing you say is, don't fucking judge me, my house is a mess. And they're like, no big deal. You know, those are kind of how 8th house connections and relationships have to work. There's some messy, fucked up shit going on in here. Don't judge me. And your friend's like, okay, no big deal. Do you want me to clean up while I'm here? You know, it's that kind of stuff. 8th house energy is like, you know how people online kind of talk about having like a depression cave? Where there's a whole bunch of like clutter and like dirty shit in their home, and they have like that friend who comes over and is like, I get it, I have these moments too, I'm gonna help you clean up your shit, I'm not going to judge you because there's a bowl of moldy milk in the corner of your room, I'm just gonna clean it up and we're just gonna move on and we're not gonna talk about it ever again, right? There's vulnerability there. So with Gemini in the 8th house, we have our fun, lighthearted, silly bubbliness, but it's in the back closet where nobody can enter unless I really, 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 really know them and like them and trust them. And I'm sure that they won't hurt me. So this is very funny because I have a Scorpio rising, so I have Gemini on the cusp of my 8th, and I've never described this to anyone. But what I'm getting is this person, your person that you're manifesting love, could literally have a Scorpio rising. But he's a Scorpio presenting person regardless. Where Scorpio in the 1st house, Scorpio is intimidating. And Scorpio is powerful. And like Scorpio rising specifically in general tend to have a more powerful build. If I'm a guy, I'm probably going to be a bigger, more muscular guy. If I'm a woman, I'm still probably going to be bigger. That doesn't necessarily have to mean fat or skinny or muscular or whatever. It's just, you look at Scorpionic people and something about them says they could probably fuck you up, you know? So you should just chillax. You should just cool it around them, you know? I wouldn't want to push that guy's buttons, okay? So when you have a Scorpio rising, you can kind of have resting bitch face. This guy could kind of have like a resting bitch face thing going on, where he isn't the friendliest, you know, like those when you have little puppies, you're like, that one bites. That's the energy. That's the vibe. Your guy looks like he bites. And that could be a good thing. That could be a really good thing, you know, in a certain context. So they're intimidating people. He's an intimidating guy. When you think of Scorpio, these are heavy topics. We're talking about money. We're talking about XES. We're talking about family trauma. These are heavy, nuanced, complex topics. These are things that a lot of people don't talk about. Taboo subjects, you know? You can get a little bit spooky-ooky. So scorpionic energy, plutonic energy can be a little bit off-putting. They can be a little bit standoffish. You don't really know. So this guy's very intimidating, which is good because he's going to make you feel very safe and make you feel very secure because nobody's going to ever fuck with you in his presence because he looks really, really, really scary. Like, even if he doesn't, I don't know, even if he doesn't look stereotypically scary, there's something about him because scorpionic energy is watery energy, so it's a psychic intuitive energy. There's something about him that says, I don't know, I feel like this guy's like a mob boss and he'll like kill me. You know, like, I'm going to give you an offer you can't refuse. This guy gives offers that people can't fucking refuse. You know what I'm saying? So he's got an intimidating energy. And what a lot of people don't know is his fun, lighthearted, silly side. Because his Gemini energy, his fun, lighthearted, silly, playful side, is in his 8th house. It's in his closet. Scorpionic energies are similar to Capricorn, similar to Virgo, where you kind of have to earn their personality. Everybody does not immediately get the warm, fuzzy, happy, all of that from them. You really have to earn that through time and effort and proving yourself and all of this shit, right? So you're manifesting a guy who's really fun and really playful and really silly. Like, you're going to have so much fun with him and you're going to love his personality and you're going to love to play with him. I feel that he has an incredibly fun, playful energy, but that's not what he gives at first. And that's not what he gives to other people. And so when you first meet him, you might be like, I don't know if this is my person. Like, you might think that he's boring. You know, it's so funny. Capricorn, maybe Scorpio. Scorpio usually is described as like sexy. People don't typically call Scorpios boring just because they're usually physically, sexually attractive, right? So that's not how you would describe them. But a lot of the times when you have energies like Scorpio, Virgo, or Capricorn, you look at these people and you're like, they're kind of boring. I don't really like them because I find them to be super boring. But the truth is, you have to earn their personality. So when you first meet them, they might appear boring because they're giving you their customer service persona. And then as you get to know them, they're some of the funniest people on earth. Virgos and Capricorns are fucking hilarious. And Scorpios are funny in their own dark, twisted way. I'm a Scorpio rising and I'm hilarious. But I also have a Capricorn moon. So who's to say why that is? The point is, he's really fun. And he's really playful. And he's really communicative. And he's really excited. He really loves to share ideas. Gemini loves to share ideas. Gemini's going to talk your fucking ear off. Gemini's going to go nonstop. Maybe not about anything and everything, but especially about the things that he's passionate about, the things that he cares about. Could be creative things, writing. He is going to talk a lot about the things that light him up. And I feel that the two of you are going to have a lot of meetings of the mind. The things that you guys like to discuss, the things that interest you. Could be things, if that Gemini's in the 8th house, could be things that are taboo, could be things that are spiritual, could be things that are occult. Could be things talking about money, finances, making money, businesses, blah, blah, blah. You guys are going to have several meetings of the minds. And that's why he's going to fall in love with you. And the way that you challenge, grow, and expand his mindset, his perspective, he's like, oh, I'm never letting this woman out of my sight. And when you have scorpionic energy and that 8th house energy, when you let somebody into your 8th house, the deep crevices of your mind, the deep recesses of your mind, you can't really get rid of those people, right? I remember I had a friend, she's still my friend today, but we were really close when we were in high school. And I was over her house, and her mom, who is a very communicative diva, love her so much, she was talking to me, and she started telling me about my friend's family member who passed away, a family member that means a lot to her. And that family member's passing really influenced my friend's career, goals, and dreams. And so my friend was in the other room, like cleaning or doing some other stuff. And then my friend comes and joins like me and her mom in the kitchen. And my friend's like, what were you talking about? And I was like, she was just telling me about so-and-so. And my friend was just like, she was joking, but she was like, you're never going anywhere. You know too much. Meaning you have to be my friend for the rest of our lives because you know too much about my secrets and my family. And the friend that I'm referencing, she's a Pisces sun. She has Mars in Scorpio like me. She has a lot of Scorpio energy, actually, like me. So when you have scorpionic energy, when you get close to a person like that who is so guarded and closed off, that's not someone who is going to walk away from a relationship quickly. That's not someone who's going to walk away from a relationship at all. I'm hearing we mate for life. So what you're manifesting in love is a man that you are going to mate for life with, which is very interesting because we talked earlier about prenups. I don't think you'll need it, but I think you will have it. I feel that you are manifesting a connection and a relationship with a man that you will be with for life, and you will know him so deeply and so much more intimately than anyone else in the world. And the conversations that the two of you have and the perspectives that you bring into his life are going to change him constantly, grow him, and evolve him basically, because Gemini energy, remember, it's mutable. So it's changing. Gemini is all about learning new things, learning new ideas, exchanging new ideas. So maybe you're constantly learning and growing. This man's constantly learning and growing right alongside you. You're going to know him deeply and intimately. The way that you challenge and teach him directly and indirectly is going to powerfully help him to grow and expand in that scorpionic way, help him to grow and expand in his personal power, help him to grow and expand as like the leader of his mind, the leader of his reality, and help him to grow and expand financially. And that is why he's going to marry you. Beautiful, beautiful energy. I felt a little bit crazy at the beginning, but things ended up coming together perfectly. And I'll be damned if that wasn't another 30-minute reading. But that was so good, you guys. These have been so good. So these might be 30-minute readings for today. Don't get used to it. Don't request it. But you can go ahead and drop some green emojis or green hearts in the comment section if you're claiming this, because that was an amazing reading and an amazing energy to tap into. And in your extended reading, which is free, I'm telling you how to overcome your manifestation blocks. So in the reading, we are identifying what's standing between you and this guy, and I'm telling you how to overcome it. I loved this extended reading. I cried multiple times throughout the video. Every single pile is amazing. I highly suggest that you click the link in the description box so that you can get access to it for free. This extended reading will only be available until Peter Sage's free workshop event is over. So you can click that link and join and get access to the free workshop and the bundle, which includes this free reading, until June 8th. Okay, the first workshops are taking place June 4th, the next is June 6th, and the following is June 8th. Okay, so you can click the link in the description box. Once you sign up, you can email me a screenshot of your confirmation. Also, I'm sending out the bundle to everyone who joins. So you can just sign up for the free workshop, and then I can send you the bundle with your extended reading to your email, or you can send me the confirmation if you want it sooner. I haven't sent out the emails to the people who didn't email me their confirmation yet. So if you don't want to wait until me or my assistant gets around to that, then you can send me that confirmation and I'll get the bundle to you immediately. Okay. And if you don't know about Peter Sage, you can go watch the introduction of this video. I also have my favorite TED Talk of his linked in the description box as well. So do with that information what you will. I hope that I get to see you at the extended reading. And with that being said, let's move on to pile number 3. Oh my goodness, so freaking good. All right, pile number 3. How are you, my love? Welcome to your reading. In today's video, we are looking into what's coming next for you in love. And let me just say, first of all, girl, I done dropped my die on the floor, so I'll have to pick that up. But that's not what I want. That's not what I meant to say. Let me just say that these readings have been absolutely amazing. Both of them have been like 30 something minutes long. That was not my intention when I started recording, but the messages have been flowing so beautifully. So we're going to see what happens for my beautiful pile number 3s. And as we start rolling your astrology die, I just want to let you know that today's reading does have an extended and it's free. So if you want to learn about that, just keep listening to the end. All right. Oh, let me say some words and tap into the energy. Okay. Tapping into the energy from a pile number 3s. What is manifesting for my pile number 3s in love and romance? What's coming in? Who's coming in? What should they be looking forward to? What are they currently aligning with? All right, we got The fifth house, my favorite house. Girl, we got Gemini again. I rolled the dice like 2 times. So you guys could have also chosen pile number 2. And then we also have Venus. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm hearing that song by Snoop Dogg. The title of it is Beautiful. And then they say, beautiful, I just want you to know you're my favorite girl. I'm going to listen to that song right now. I'm putting it on my headphones. Okay. So, with Venus and Gemini in the 5th house, what's coming in loud? Hold on, girl. I changed the song on my phone, but the Spotify was playing through my iPad, so I'm like clicking the fucking button to cut the volume down. It's not working. I'm like, what is going on? I'm overstimulated. Okay, focus. So, Venus in Gemini in the 5th house. First, let's start with the 5th house. Love this house. Great house. I have a 5th house stellium. I know about the 5th house. So the 5th house is about fun. The 5th house is about play. The 5th house is about XES, if you know what I mean. Backwards, you know what I mean? The 5th house is dating. I feel that your dating life with this person is going to be, what's the word that I'm looking for? I feel that your dating life is going to be riveting. And there's sirens. I don't know if you can hear the sirens going off out there. Your dating life is going to be like, when you're a 5th houser and you have a lot of 5th house energy, I'm not saying you do, but this is just the example. This is what's coming through. When you're a 5th houser and you have something like your sun in the 5th house, or you're like me, you have a 5th house stellium. When you have a lot of energy concentrated in one house, then the opposite house can feel a lack. The opposite house can feel neglected. So me, I have a 5th house stellium. I'm not spending a lot of my time, energy, and effort dating, but it's the house of creativity. So I get a lot of creative inspirations and ideas, which I do for my job. So a lot of my time, energy, and focus goes into my job, my creativity, my craft. The opposite of the 5th house is the 11th house of friendships. So a lot of times, my 11th house of friendships gets neglected in favor of my creativity. I was just realizing this and journaling on this and doing some reflection around this. And I promise it's relevant to your reading, where I was just recognizing I'm not the girl that wants a big friend group. I'm not. I just had to do some inner child healing around feeling rejected and feeling like I didn't belong. Whole time, I didn't want to belong. Because I want to create, because there's so many things that I want to do. I want to learn how to play different instruments. I want to learn how to sew. I want to learn how to sing. I want to make films. I want to start a second YouTube channel. I want to do so much. I want to have children and I want to pour so much energy into that. I want to do so much in my life. There's no part of me that when I think about my dreams and my future, I see a big, huge friend group. I don't. It's just not my desire. Do I want close, intimate relationships with people who share my values and have hobbies and passions that are in alignment with me? Absolutely, yes. I need love and connection and community. I'm human. but a majority of my energy goes towards my creativity and my work and my passions in life. That's just who I am, and that's how I want to live. So, with this energy, pal number 3, your homegirls might not like it that much because you're about to go AWOL, Bookie. You're about to be MIA, missing in action. And what that means is this relationship and this dating is going to be so all encompassing that your homegirls might feel a little bit neglected, okay? If you don't want that, don't claim that, don't take that. Take necessary precautions and actions to, handle that. But I'm telling you, this man is going to sweep you off your feet. You're going to have a little lavender haze situation. And if you don't know, I'm referencing the song Lavender Haze by Taylor Swift, which to me is, in the song she's saying, I haven't listened to the lyrics in a minute. It's basically a song about people on the outside have their own expectations. People on the outside have their own thoughts. People on the outside, people observing her relationship, want her to be a certain woman or want her to do a certain thing. Okay, she says, no deal, the 1950s shit they want from me. So the 1950s shit they want from her being a woman has to be married, a woman has to serve her husband, a woman has to put her career to the side to be a wife and to be a mother. And she's like, no deal, I don't want to do that. I don't want to live that. And she says, I just want to stay in this lavender haze while everybody else is talking their shit about us, while everybody else is using my life and I want to say like my likeness and my story to go viral online, to get likes and comments and blah, blah, blah. I want to be in this lavender haze. I want to be in this bubble where it is me and you and nobody else in the entire fucking world exists. I want it to be me and you. And we are the last 2 people on planet Earth. And it is such a beautiful energy. This man, this relationship, this dating is going to feel so good that you're like, listen, homegirls, I love you. I love you. And I cherish the moments when we would get together and watch, name a television show quickly. Love Island, I cherish the moments when we would get together and watch Love Island. P.S. I've never seen Love Island. Don't comment something referencing Love Island. I'm not going to get it. I won't be able to respond. I know nothing about the show. But I just know that it's a show that's on and popular, right? So I've got my homegirls. I cherish our moments when we would get together and we would have wine and we would, nibble on charcuterie boards and we would watch Love Island, and those were the days. But it feels so much better being with this man. Your relationship, your dating life, because it's not just you two being together in an official capacity, because that relationship and that partnership and even marriage would be like a 7th house energy, right? Serious relationship vibes. 5th house is focused on what? Play, fun, creativity. It's a very lighthearted, silly house. Great house. My son's there. I love it. I'm having a blast. So your relationship is focused on a lot of play. You guys could have like Leo on the cusp of your 7th house. You don't have to, of course. Your relationship is going to be very date heavy. And so that means this man is asking you out this weekend. Your homegirls hit you up. What are you doing this Saturday? You're like, I love ya, but I got plans. They're like, okay, fine. What are you doing on Sunday? You're like, I love ya, but I'm spending the morning recuperating from the good shit that's going to happen to me on Saturday. And then he's taking me to brunch. I can't do this weekend. They're like, okay, what are you doing next weekend? You're like, ooh. You're like, he actually just got me concert tickets to go see Kendrick Lamar. So I can't do next weekend. You're going to be having a moment where if you're not careful, your friends might get a little bit pissy. Okay, they might get a little bit upset. Because your schedule is about to be taken up by this guy. He wants your time. He wants your love. Here, that song by Lady Gaga. I want your love and all your, I don't know what she says. You and me can have a bad romance. I don't know if that song is about a healthy love. But it's exciting. I'm not saying your love is unhealthy. What I'm saying is this relationship is exciting and it feels, being in his presence feels like being drunk. Okay? Now listen, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to tell you a little story. Okay? Real quick. 2.5. So, I knew a guy way back in the day. Don't ask me about him because I don't ever want to mention him again. But I knew a guy way back in the day. This is when I was in college. This is like my freshman year. I knew this guy. And he was a film major. And he was an Aries. And he had Venus in Pisces. So his Venus was in my 5th house. And I have my Sun and my Mercury and my Jupiter in my 5th house already. So I don't need that much help, you know? His Venus in Pisces in my 5th house, when we would hang out together. Oh my God, I can't believe, girl, I don't even remember his fucking name. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. His name was Will. I remember. Anyway, let's move on. So when we would hang out together, we would hang out in a group. Because he was like, I had a friend who was kind of like my best friend at the time. We like hung out all the time. So I had a friend who was kind of like my best friend, but he was kind of like my friend and me. Now we're getting too complex with the 2.5. Get to the good part. So I don't like saying these guys' names. I think it's kind of crazy that you just said his like real government nickname in this video. Let's call him Bill. So Bill, I'm sorry. That's funny to me. Bill was best friends with like my best friend at the time. And so we all kind of had a similar like friend group thing going on here, right? So we would go to like the local park in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, obviously. So we would be at the local park, which was like by their college dorm. It wasn't my college dorm yet. Focus. Can we get to the good? You know what? I'm going to tell my fucking story. And if you don't want to hear the story, you can skip this shit or you could click off because this is my channel. Okay? And if we're going to do a 30-minute reading, we're going to do it the way that I want to fucking do it. Amen? Amen. So anyway, we used to hang out at these parks in the Lower East Side, and we would engage in activities that were against the law at the time. And we would all be hanging out in a group, but me and Bill would start talking with each other, and we would talk about creative ideas. Now, his Venus was in Pisces. I have a Pisces sun. I have Pisces on the cusp of my fifth house. So for me, my fifth house dating energy is very creative and imaginative. So the things that I find romantic involve a lot of creativity. So we would hang out and we would talk about creative shit. Like I would be like, and I have an idea for a book that's like this, or a story that's like this. And then we could create a movie like this and all of this stuff. And the energy between us, it was like this really beautiful harmony where it just felt like someone who understood my ideas and supported my ideas and was feeding into my ideas. And like, it's like, what's that called? It's not pickleball. What's that called? Ping pong. Ping pong? Is that the word? Ping pong. Those conversations where you're doing that kind of like mental ping pong where you throw an idea, they take your idea, they add to your idea, they bounce it back to you. You take the idea that they added to your idea, you build on top of that idea, you bounce it back to them. And then you're just going back and forth, sharing these ideas and creations and visions, and you're in your imagination, you're in your mind, and you're like, oh my God, this is the most amazing idea that I've ever heard in my life. And this should be a real life movie already. This needs to be a book. I have to create. So I was really in love with Bill for a time. Not really in love in the way that I was in love back then in college when my definition of love was a little bit different. Let's move on from that. The point is, I loved those conversations and they lit me up, and he made me feel creative in a next level fucking way. So Venus as a planet is gonna bless us. Girl, how is the reading already like? Oh wait, no, your timestamp was, okay, good. We're only like 20 minutes in. We got like 10 more minutes. So at this point, let's embrace the 30-minute reading. Don't expect it and don't get used to it, but relish in this with me, will you? So Venus as a planet is going to bless wherever it is. Venus is a blessing. Venus brings harmony. Venus brings goodness. Okay, Venus feels good. Venus wants to feel good. So wherever Venus sits, she's going to feel good. When you have this Venus in the fifth house, it brings a level of enjoyment and harmony to the dating that is unparalleled, okay? Personally, I'd never date a man who has Venus in Pisces ever again in my life. I wouldn't even say that me and Bill dated. I had a crush on him. Let's not talk about what his feelings for me were. We only have 10 minutes left. We don't even have time to talk about it. Bill was white. And Bill had a fetish for black women. And that's all that we're going to say. Or we're going to leave it at that. And I don't want to go there. We should never go there. Let's move on. So, anyway. Focus. I'm sorry. I haven't thought about Bill in a very long time. So, where am I? Oh, yeah. Venus in the fifth house. I wouldn't do it again, but I recommend it. It was good. It was really good. Now, what I meant to say when I was talking about the Bill situation, when I initially brought it up, was that we would be in a group of people and we would kind of find ourselves having a private conversation within that group that everybody wasn't really a part of. Everybody wasn't participating in it, talking about book ideas or film ideas or creative shit. That was just me and Bill, even though we're in a group full of people. So that's what we're getting. That lavender haze energy where you could be in a crowded room full of people. You could be standing, you could be standing in a group. It doesn't even have to be a big crowded fucking room. It could be you and a group of people, God forbid. And here's the thing. You can never, ever, ever remember this. Write this down. Put it in your notes app. Okay? Say it once a day like an affirmation so you don't forget. Rewire your subconscious mind and reprogram this shit in here. This is not the kind of guy that you can hang out with him and your homegirls at the same time. You can't do it. You can't do it. You might be able to double date with your guy and with, your homegirl and her guy or her person, whatever. You might be able to do that. But it cannot be you, your guy, and another girl. Because you guys can be in a group of people and you're not doing it on purpose. But what's happening is you and your guy are having an A and B conversation. And everybody else in the group really involuntarily has to see their way the fuck out of it. Because you guys are speaking a different language. Ooh, we do have Gemini here. So you guys could speak the same language, right? You guys could come from the same culture. You guys could share a cultural background. So you guys could be in a group of people talking about, oh my God, you're from XYZ place. You're from Southern California. You're from Puerto Rico. You're from Texas. You're from London. You're from Nigeria. Oh my God, this and this and this and this food. And my grandmother does this thing. He's like, oh my God, my grandmother does the same thing. And the other people who are not from Nigeria, they're not from London, they're not from Texas, they're not from Southern California, they're not from Puerto Rico. They're like, I don't have shit to contribute to this conversation. And so they're kind of just silent. Pound number 3, were they silent or were they silenced? You guys have to be mindful with this energy because the two of you can get lost in each other and it's intoxicating and it feels so good. I'd recommend it. Like, this is so good. This is such a good reading. You're going to love it. But you have to be incredibly mindful with your behavior with other people. It's like you have to directly put a note. You have to put a timer in your phone. You got to make your fucking Apple Watch go off every 30 seconds to remind yourself to include other people in the conversation. Because the two of you can get absolutely lost in one another. And it's going to feel so good. And it's going to be so amazing. Other people just might be a little bit salty. Just a little bit salty. But you're going to have a great time. So we got the Venus energy. We got the 5th house energy. Lots and lots and lots of dates. Okay? If you allow this man to take up your entire schedule, he's going to take up your entire schedule. What are you doing on Wednesday? Well, technically I do have some time after work, but my best friend has been hitting me up to hang out, so I think I need to text her first and see if she has any plans because I really do have to see her. And then you go and you see your best friend and you have to put your phone on silent and you have to really deliberately force yourself to be there and to be present because in the back of your mind, You're like, I could just be with my boo right now. Oh my God. You're going to love this relationship. And it's like, when you have that fifth house energy, that Venus in fifth house energy, you just want to be around that person. Like, you just want to be in their space. Why don't you manifest more men with Venus and Aries? I know why, actually. Don't get me started. I actually had enough the first time, but it was a really good experience. I wouldn't not recommend it, you know? It doesn't work for me. Anyway. Where was I? Where was I in my story? It felt so good being in his presence, period. I really liked seeing him. I really liked having him around. I really liked talking with him. And we were very physical with each other. Not in like a love-making kind of way, but like in a way that was almost out of character for both of us. So I remember the first time, I think this was the first time that I met Bill. Oh my God, I just remembered a really negative memory. Let me end this reading before I get pissed off. I just remembered in real time. I can't stand Bill. Oh my God. There was a memory in the fucking recesses of my mind that just came through. I'm sorry. Focus. Jesus Christ. This is why we don't go down memory lane. This is why we have to cut that shit short because, oh my God. Anyway, so I had hung out with Bill for like one of the first times, and we were leaving. I was in his dorm because he lived with my best friend at the time. So I was in his dorm, and then I was leaving, and Bill walked me out, I think to get my, I don't know why the hell he walked me out. Anyway, he walked me out of my dorm, out of his dorm, Jesus Christ, and we went down to the front desk, and when we were going to leave, he hugged me. And it was really weird because I was not expecting him to hug me. And I remember we had a different friend, she was like my best friend, but not the best friend. The mutual best friend that Bill and I shared was a man. So not him, but I had another best friend who also knew Bill and also was close friends with my guy best friend at the time. So I was telling her about it, and she was like, he hugged you? Like, it was really weird. And she had known him. They were like all in the same grade. They were like a year older than me. She knew him. It was kind of weird. But that Venus in the fifth house energy, Venus kind of smooths things over. Venus makes you feel comfortable with people. And fifth house overlays do that too, where they make you feel comfortable with people. And you can comment down below if you know astrology and you like, if that resonates with you. But anyway, so there was a lot of times, there was a little bit of hugging that was happening. I'm so wholesome and so fucking pure. And I'm so happy that I'm so happy that of all of my dating experiences that I've had and all of the things that happened when I was in college in New York, I love that that's one of my stories. I love that that's so common for me. We did a lot of hugging, which was big for me back then, you know? Like, that's so wholesome and so cute. Anyway, so we did a lot of hugging. And with that fifth house Venus energy, I just loved his physical presence. I just loved being physical with him. Okay, so this is like a connection you're going to have where you guys are going to do a lot of hand holding. This is a connection that you're going to have where you guys are going to do a lot of kissing. You guys are going to do a lot of like PDA, public displays of affection. Because you just love the guy. You just love being in his energy. You just love being around him. You love the sound of his voice. You love to hear him talk. You love to exchange ideas with him. And it just feels like he speaks a language that you two only speak. You guys have a code, you know? You guys have a special language that nobody else can decode. Nobody else understands. You guys have inside jokes because we have Gemini, so it's silly, playful. You guys have inside jokes, and I'm getting Jim and Pam from The Office. That's kind of a good example of the energy. Yes, oh my God, Jim and Pam from The Office is a perfect example. You guys are playful together. You guys are fun together. You guys are silly together. And you guys are living in your own world. And sometimes you invite other people. And when you make sure that they're included, they have a good time. But if it's just the two of you and nobody else, you would be okay. You would be content. So this is an incredibly beautiful energy. And I feel that your reading should be complete now. So give me some orange hearts or orange emojis in the comment section if you're claiming this one, because that was really, really, really good. And in the extended, I don't share any personal stories. So if you want the free extended reading where I'm talking about overcoming your manifestation blocks, you can click the link in the description box to join Peter Sage's next free workshop. So there are 3 different days for this. There's June 4th, there's June 6th, and there's June 8th. You can click the link that's in the description box to sign up. When you click the link, you can send me a screenshot of your confirmation via email, or you can wait for me to send you the link to the free extended reading. You're also going to be getting an intention setting workbook to help you with the workshop, and you're going to be getting a 7-minute long guided meditation from me. So if you're interested in the extended or the meditation or the intention setting workbook, they're all amazing. Together, they're fabulous. You can click the link in the description box and sign up for the free workshop. Okay? In the Overcoming Your Manifesting Blocks video, first, I'm going to identify what's blocking your manifestation, what is between you and this amazing lavender haze relationship, and then I'm going to tell you how to overcome it. It's really, really good. I literally cried multiple times throughout the video. The readings are so good. I highly recommend, and obviously they're free. So click that link in the description box if you want to learn more about Peter Sage. You can go back to the introduction of this video, or you can click the link in the description to see my favorite TED Talk that he's done. Okay, my love, thank you so much for being here. And I hope that I get to see you and read for you in the extended. And I'll talk to you in the